Philadelphia's starting lineup. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Tobias Harris is out there with Simmons. And for the Hornets, Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Zeller, and it's Bacon in at the small forward. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Just 4 to shoot. On its way from Monk for 2. And it falls over the rim and in. Monk's got 5 now.
And how about the confidence from Monk? His jumper continues to look better and better with each game.
Lays it up off the glass. 6 points for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
It's good.
And they've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The shot by Monk is no good. 76ers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. No good on the shot.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Rozier with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Monk, no one around him. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 3rd assist on the night. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Philadelphia shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, Jay, remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson where he was a force inside. But that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
Just 5 to shoot. Monk for 3. No good that time. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 1. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a few minutes with the Hornets head coach. Tonight's contest will be their 2nd look at Philadelphia, and they'll be looking to avenge their loss the first time around. I asked Coach what adjustments he made, and he said, we'll probably mix up our defensive assignments a bit more. We want to give their shooters a few different looks on D, and that should help us out. Well, we'll see if that works for him tonight. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And stolen by Simmons. To the inside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Six on the shot clock. Takes a 3. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Monk for 3. Horford with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 4. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
Rozier against Simmons. Now Zeller He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Monk, the pass to Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
One of the more positive attributes of Zeller, the explosiveness to play above the rim on a regular basis.
That shot misses. And the Hornets now going the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Another three for Philadelphia.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Hornets trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Here's Bacon. Kid Gilchrist trying to free himself up. Bacon gets the bucket. Bacon's got 5 points so far.
I mean, that's just tremendous, stupendous work from Rozier. I mean, he's just so good at zipping the ball over to his teammates.
And the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Monk with the ball. Harris is there. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Chris, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Both good from the line that time.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Monk.
Clearly a foul.
The 76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he makes the first.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs. He's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
5 on the clock. Rozier kicks to Zeller. And the shot is long. The 76ers leading by 8. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
With the floater. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Richardson. Launches the 3. And Bacon pulls it down. Hornets trail by 10. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. Bacon's shot is off. Now the 76ers on the break. No good on the triple. Hornets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Passes to Hernan Gomez. Got a piece of it. Here's Simmons. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Rozier. Good D by Embiid.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Shoots. They get it back. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the 76ers lead by 14. Richardson against Rozier. Trying to end the drought. Hernan Gomez, no good.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
You know
yes.
what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
Rozier against Richardson. And it's Rozier missing. Philadelphia leading by 16. Down low. Off target at the rim. Charlotte's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Jackson passes to Rozier. It's deflected. Tries again.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Look at Philadelphia. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, there's the Hornets. They're at the bottom of the conference.
And, you know, for the Hornets, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
And again, the Hornets missing.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Jackson has the open look. A new 14 for Charlotte. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10. And maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
And after watching Willie Hernan Gomez, play a few seasons, it is clear he has skills on the offensive end. It's the rest of his game that needs a little bit of rounding up.
As you mentioned, Hernan Gomez is a good option, Chris, for points at the center spot, but defensively still a work in progress.
Yeah, he has the potential to be a starting center at some point. You see the flashes on defense and with rebounding, but he'll just be a spot-up player until he can be a difference maker in those areas on a nightly basis.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. Slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And a chance to check out the stats for Richardson, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's putting up 6 points a night, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Here's Rozier. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Hornets trail by 18. And stolen by Richardson.
I got him.
This one for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 32.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Richardson against Rozier. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Last game for the Charlotte Hornets, it was a loss to New York.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
Well, Greg, no matter what their mindset was, that was going to be a very tough task. Let's face it, they don't have the horses to compete with those guys.
Pass to Brokaw. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Over O'Quinn. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
It's tipped. Fast break now for Charlotte. Jackson's got the ball. Count the basket.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That's tipped. Richardson left side. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Rozier looking around. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Jump ball. Philadelphia with the ball, and so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the 76ers. Korkmaz is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Mike Scott. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Cody Zeller's checked in for the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
Coach still feels this wasn't the right call. You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they had a very strong bench, not only with their scoring, but how they impact rebounding and passing. I mean, one of the better benches in this league.
Stolen away. Plays it in off the breakaway. He's got 34.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
To the left wing. Monk for 3. That one, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And the Hornets have had a strong bench for a while now.
Yeah, depth isn't a problem for this team, Kevin. Having a formidable starting five, though, has been. They need to consider trading some depth for an upgrade at the starting position.
To the wing on the left. The pass to Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Brokaw. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Martin's checked in for Jackson. Pass to Monk. To the paint. Here's Zeller. And with Cody Zeller, he has a very workmanlike approach when he's on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's what Zeller is all about, playing a simple meat and potatoes type game. I mean, what he does won't show up in the box score, but it'll show up in the standings.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Philadelphia. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
Inside, here's Washington. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Washington's got his first bucket of the night.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
And yes, it's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Kicks to Martin. Shoots the three. Good on the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Here's Simmons. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. And the 76ers lead by 21.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Brokaw passes to Martin. Shoots from 14. A second chance effort, and Zeller with the lay-in. Zeller's got 6.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Launches it. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Monk dishes to Zeller. Pass to Brokaw. Back to Zeller. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Richardson. Philadelphia leading by 22. Banked in off the glass. He has 45 points.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Out to the right wing. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. And the pass to Brokaw. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Timeout called the 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
They certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
Charlotte making some changes. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Washington, and Bacon subbed in for Ryan Brokoff. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid comes in for Josh Richardson, and Tobias Harris subbed in for Korkmaz. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And here is Monk. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Knicks in New York. Here's Martin. Al Horford with the rebound.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Harris, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Here's Zeller, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The 76ers leading by 20. Some solid defense from Kidd-Gilchrist.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Now, here's Monk. Guarded by Simmons. To the middle. There's Bacon.
And look, you have to give credit to Harris. He is very good at getting his hands up and making shooters feel uneasy.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Bacon. 5 points in the game. Pass to Monk. Jacks up a three. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Embiid with the steal. Good on the bucket.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Monk, the pass to Bacon. Outside, Martin. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The 76ers, number 1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Marvin Williams is checked in for the Hornets. Rozier comes in for Malik Monk. Fires it up. There's Embiid, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Such a force of nature inside. I love how hard Embiid goes to pick up these fouls.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number 3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
Charlotte making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. And the NBA veteran Luc Baamute hosts a camp every summer in Cameroon. Embiid basically was forced to attend it, and the rest, Chris, is history.
Yeah, 16 years old, Kevin. He moved to the U.S. He didn't speak English. He was getting teased and bullied. They laughed him out the gym. And that's when his competitive nature took over and carried him to greatness. Hope he's laughing now.
And that one's good. Simmons.
With tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
Rozier kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Shot to stop the run. It's deflected. Simmons inside. Misses the three. The Hornets shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Pass to Rozier. Kidd-Gilchrist looking around. Here's Bacon. Guarded by Embiid. Kidd-Gilchrist, no luck. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. They get it back. Harris. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
This kind of hustle is why his teammates love him. Harris, nice work in getting after it on the glass.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the Hornets call time here.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Jackson, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Knocks it loose. And now the 76ers on the break. And he lays it up and in.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as a high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautifully.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Now, here's Rozier. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. And then on Tuesday, they'll start out on the road and play the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And another one falls. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Hornets. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 1:30 left in the first half. Jackson from long range. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Now the pass to Hernan Gomez.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time.
With 1 on the clock. And so it's Philadelphia with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that...
Number 35.
Zeller passes to Rozier. Monk for 3. Charlotte again missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And the 76ers call time here. Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Had they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies. When Grant started his career off in Detroit, and to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? Who got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. Aiken is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Zeller in center. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And Harris drops them both. Chris, one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer, and they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
That shot is off. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
And again, the Hornets missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard.
Wow, hammering it in!
And the versatility of Simmons, astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Rozier against Simmons. Passes it to Monk. Here's Bacon. He has 5. Clock at 4. And it's Rozier missing.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting them.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the Charlotte franchise has been stuck in the middle for so long with Kemba Walker leaving this summer in free agency. Greg, is it time for them to hit the reset button?
A rebuild does seem in order. I'm not sure they have the stomach for it, but they need to tear it down to the studs and start over.
Steps back and fires. And the jumper is on the mark. Rozier's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And Embiid gets it to go.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Simmons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling him up.
And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star and an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
Martin wide open. He fires. The three-pointer is right on target. Martin's got his second basket of the night.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
Takes the 13-footer. Offensive rebound. The 3-ball. But they'll get another chance.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass to Martin. The tray. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
He's doing it all for them tonight. Amazing how many of their points come straight from him.
Pass to Brokoff. Left side, Kid Gilchrist. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 15 here tonight. He rifled that one in from distance.
The D has got to do something to take away his three-point shots. He's been knocking them down all night.
Charlotte's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Brokoff. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Monk, the pass to Martin. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
Doesn't go that time. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Brokoff passes to Martin. To the inside. Embiid with the steal. And another one falls. Amazing.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Monk, the pass to Kid Gilchrist. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
An extraordinary finisher around the rim. Kid Gilchrist skying for the alley-oop.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. The quick look, no good that time. Hornets shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Well, these are players that have a job to do, and they've been doing it very well. Here's a look at the top passing point guards in the NBA over the course of the past 10 games. Ben Simmons is second.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
It's fun to watch these guys in action. Their creativity, the vision they have. It's point guard play at its best.
And the Hornets making a change here. Washington's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Korkmaz is checked in.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller. Cody has a good chance to be the best of all three.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Philadelphia's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot, and it's good, 2 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
That's tipped. The pass to Washington. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Charlotte moving the ball around. Now, here's Monk, guarded closer. From deep. The Hornets rebound. Shot by Zeller, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Hernan Gomez comes in for Cody Zeller, and it's Jackson in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Richardson comes in for Simmons. Shoots from the baseline. Rebounded by Jackson. And the Hornets shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Monk for 3. Cans it from downtown. Monk's got 16 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Over to the wing. Puts one up from 19. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
But they've got this lead because he's at the top of his game. He has been the story tonight.
Brokoff passes to Hernan Gomez. He kicks to Monk. Fires for 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Second three-pointer of the second half. 5 overall. He's killing it from long range.
And he banks in the layup.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Here's Charlotte. Brokoff passes to Jackson. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Monk for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Inside, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. Philadelphia's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And the Hornets miss again.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature
in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
That's his first personal foul at the line. Mike Scott.
And the first one drops. Some changes for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Washington. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Ryan Brokoff. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Monk. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. There's Bacon. They need this. The layup missed. Philadelphia's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot.
Taking a look here at numbers for Korkmaz. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Averaging 5 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And so he makes both from the line. 1:58 left to play here in the third. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rozier, the pass to Bacon. It's tipped. Here's Korkmaz. Rozier defending. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Yes, that goes in.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. 1:03 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Bacon. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And good! There's another.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Back to Rozier. Pass to Hernan Gomez. He's looking for Williams and finds him. 3 on the clock. Rozier for 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. The shot's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Rozier with the ball. He's got 6. Outside Williams. Bacon, the pass to Jackson. Here's Bacon. Here's the 3. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got 7. It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. 76ers on top. And 1 quarter to go in a game. Teams will make substitutions. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. So on the floor for Philadelphia, They've got Trey Burke. Korkmaz is out there with Ennis. And it's Bolden in at the center position. Brokoff passes to Graham. Outside, Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, the Hornets missing.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another one like that again.
A nice shot by Brokoff.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Pulls it up. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Charlotte shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. To the paint. Here's Welsh. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
Ennis, good.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Knocked away. And here's the fast break.
2 minutes to
Connects again.
And that ties him for third all-time scoring for a single game. What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show. Here's Brokoff. Kicks it to Martin from downtown. Offensive rebound. Welsh. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
1:32 left to play in the final quarter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
That's his first.
With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll love
God.
it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
For 3, that one doesn't drop. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. There's Martin. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Another bucket. Wow. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
76ers foul. Number 35. That's his 5th personal foul. 3rd team foul. Going to the line, Ryan Brokoff. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, Shea, another double-double for you tonight in the win. Is that something you even think about coming into a game?
Oh, you know it is, D.A. You know, getting points is easy for me, but I want to make sure I can impact the game every way possible. So, whenever I don't get a double-double, I consider that a failure on my part. So I got to just keep on putting out strong, man. Keep doing my thing.
Well, you had your fingerprints all over this one tonight. Congratulations. Back to you guys.